All right, hello and welcome back. Another night, a continuation of beginning in this fantastic MMO, Albion Online, continuing with the same character I was playing last night, Sir Greenlord. Gonna get off the tutorial island. I'll show you guys how to efficiently farm some silver, give you a couple different options, ways you can play the game. Like I mentioned last night, there's tons of options. If you just want to fish, go nuts. If you just want to farm, you can do that as well. Sprinkle in a little bit of adventuring, going through dungeons, potentially fighting other players, but that can sometimes get pretty tense and hectic. But I'll show you what I think is a pretty decent way to efficiently get a lot of silver early on. Ways to farm mobs, single mobs, if you can kind of isolate them, sort of aggro one particular enemy away from others that are around it. As long as you can isolate things, or maybe only attack two things at most, you should be pretty successful, depending on your weapons, of course. You can do things quite nicely, quite easily, solo, so it's going to be a good time. But let's jump right into things with Sir Greenlord. I was playing on my other characters there, and I do have to mention, you don't have to make another character. How's it going, Blue Bear? It's going to be a fun night. Yes indeed. Lots of fun stuff is going to happen. And Blue Bear, like your comment from last night, you mentioned about making a new character, and for anybody else that's tuning in and watching, you don't have to do that. Really, the only thing that's accomplishing is starting off from the beginning. If you want to be a warrior, you equip that warrior items, whatever. You may have to work up your experience, starting off at a lower tier of plate armor, that sort of thing, getting combat fame while wearing the specific armor you're looking to use. But other than that, you don't need to make another character. You are what you wear. That's one of the taglines for Albion Online. You don't make another class. You make your own class effectively based on the abilities that are specific to each piece of armor. Some carry over between the types of armor, but each specific armor weapon has its own unique ability. And apart from that, you can mix and match however you want. Again, you could wield a staff or a spear in one hand, a shield in the other, or a Tomb of Insight as a focus to gain more energy, plus a spear or a sword, all kinds of different combinations. So definitely there's room for certainly lots of creativity. But starting off here, and because I'm focusing on a specific build, at least for this character, but I'll probably be jumping over to my main character, Tarzan, shortly when we get off the tutorial island here. But because I'm looking forward to this particular bow, the Whispering Bow, and just to highlight the specific skills that each thing has, this is what really drew me to the Whispering Bow. Its unique ability, Undead Arrows. So it's a damage and a buff. Call upon the lost souls around you, increasing your attack range by 35%, which is pretty fantastic. You're able to engage enemies a lot sooner, get a lot more damage off before they actually reach you. If it's a melee enemy, you're going to get a lot more damage on them. And sometimes you can simply just kite away, but if you're trying to run away, you gotta be wary that you break the aggro leash and reset aggro, so the enemy will just simply run back to where its normal pathing and spawn is, and its health is going to reset in that case. So you don't want to run too far away, but definitely bows, anything ranged, it can be nice to keep some distance between melee enemies and some ranged enemies as well. But definitely undead arrows giving you increased attack range of 35% is pretty fantastic, but also attack speed. So simply getting more attacks off, and the other part for undead arrows, deal an extra 113 magical damage on every normal attack. So a build focusing on something like undead arrows doing tons of damage every normal attack, it makes sense. You want to stack attack speed, ability, that sort of stuff. Definitely, I could see it being more difficult on mobile. I think things in general could be a little more difficult playing on the phone, which is, and if anybody doesn't know, you think it's only on computer, yes, this game is available on mobile, completely cross-platform. It's all one big global server, so Blue Bear, hopefully I find you tonight perhaps, and maybe we party up, adventure up. I go show you maybe some techniques of killing somewhat higher level enemies so that you can accelerate progress a little bit faster, getting tons of silver, tons of combat fame, and you'll be able to use higher level weapons, armor, and they also look pretty cool as well. As you get up the tiers in specific armors, they just look a lot sweeter, you could say, in most cases. But yes, I'm focusing on undead arrows, the specific ability from the whispering bow. So in the tutorial area, I chose to start with the tier 2 novice's bow, just so that's going to help progress faster down the path and unlock the ability to eventually use this whispering bow, which is a tier 4 bow. So I have to actually get quite a bit of fame and experience using it. I have to at least use the novice's bow, but once I do unlock the possibility of using the journeyman's bow, a little bit more powerful than the novice's, it's a tier 3. Definitely, I'm going to jump on that. It's going to allow me to kill enemies a little bit faster, but you can still make short work of stuff depending how you play, simply with the tier 2 novice's bow. You can get stuff done even with that, but definitely jump on the next tier up as you unlock it. It's really going to help you progress a little bit easier, quite a bit easier, in fact. So yeah, just peruse when you start out this game. Go to the Destiny board, shortcut B, or I'm not sure if there wouldn't be a shortcut on your phone, but navigate to this Destiny board here, familiarize yourself with potential upgrades, weapons, paths that you want to use. I got bows, spears, all kinds of stuff. And you can see your rewards as you get enough experience to use this tier of spear or whatever weapon or armor. You can take a look at each of the abilities, the specific abilities that are tied to each weapon, and kind of familiarize yourself with them, see if it kind of speaks to you, I guess, whatever particular play style. But at the very least, it doesn't take a whole lot of time to kind of grind to at least tier 4 in most things, and then you'll be able to dip your toe in a little bit to most weapons and items and armor just to see if it's exactly right for you. But certainly look over everything in the Destiny board here, and it'll give you good focus, and you'll progress faster towards whatever you're looking to do. And make sure you're wearing the tier of item, weapon, and armor that you're looking to progress in. Sometimes I've forgotten that fact, and I've gone out to fight a whole bunch of enemies, and I wasn't wearing my leather armor. Or say I want to use swords down the line, but I keep my bow equipped for whatever reason. And I just forget that. So all the combat fame experience that would have gone towards the sword, it just doesn't matter because I wasn't using it for that session. However many enemies I used to kill. So it can be a little sad if you forget to equip a specific piece of armor. Not so much that it happens with weapons, but yeah. Let's go. Kill these... create a distraction by, yes, killing the heretics. Alright. Oh boy, I don't know. This could be rough. I don't know if we're going to survive this one. Oh, we got a fire dude. Wildfire star. Oh. So you see that kind of red circle that the wildfire starter shot down? That's just pretty telling of his spell that's eventually going to come, so I can hopefully dodge out of the way if you have enough movement speed and you start getting out of the way. But abilities, they can really increase drastically in damage depending on the zone you go into, higher tier, that sort of thing. You can guess that crowd control, stunning, slows, that sort of stuff, you really got to watch out for. So definitely practice any tells that you see pop up in the early stages and just kind of familiarize yourself with stopping attacking and dodging out of the way of certain abilities, because that's going to be a very, very valuable skill down the line. Gotta kill 2 more heretics for this. Eventually. Everyone else is killing the heretics. Killer Zad. Ooh, scary name. Alright, here we go. One more. Oh, I see 2 guys down here, down the stairs. Oh, there's lots. Now these don't provide a whole lot of experience. They are tier 2. You can see up in the top left their icon. They're not really going to be doing a whole lot to progress the combat fame experience for weapons and armor, that sort of thing. But I'll show you guys going to a higher tier zone. We're going to fight some decently higher tier enemies, setting fire to the ammunition storage. Well, let's go to that. But yes, I will show you techniques. You can go pretty much straight to, you know, tier 4 zones, blue zones, and just progress so incredibly fast. Don't have to stay right at the... Oh shoot, I didn't dodge out of the way of that fire blast, I think it's called. Fire something, but luckily I killed that second one fast enough and call the ship by lighting a signal fire. Oh, okay. We gotta watch out for these bombard... Oh, whoa. So yeah, you can see there's a big ring and then there's that smaller ring in the middle of that ring. As it expands, it kind of tells how soon the bomb or the explosive barrel, whatever ability is going to activate. It gives you how long you have to dodge out of the way. Oh, I see where I have to light the signal fire. The spot marked on the map, let me get to it. It was kind of blending in on the mini-map here. Similar color to the map itself. Let's speed up a little bit. Definitely, if you don't have a mount, certainly remember to use your movement speed just to traverse a little bit faster. But I would recommend getting at least a horse. Tier 3 horse is perfectly fine. Oh, I'm not really dodging though. Okay, good stuff. Ooh, ah. Ha, you missed, buddy. Wait, let's go off the tutorial island, I believe. This is actually a pretty fantastic tutorial. Like I was mentioning last night, since I started this game many years ago, the tutorial was pretty sparse. This is a fantastic improvement over the original, that's for sure. I have to see, where do I want to travel to? Blue Bear, I believe you mentioned last night you were in... Where was it? Kilmar Tor, that's where you found yourself lost in the forest. And the closest place to that is Bridgewatch, which actually my main character Tarzan is based out of Bridgewatch at the moment with all my items and stuff for that character. So I think I'm going to choose some location that can get me closest to Bridgewatch. So I'm looking over the map here. Step cross. Yes, that's it. So we see there's a travel planner here. We'll talk to the guy again. So he's giving us the option with these yellow dots highlighted all around the map. That's going to allow us to travel, fast travel to any of these locations. But I do want to go to Step Cross because that's the closest to the town of Bridgewatch. That's going to be the best. And it doesn't take too long. We just go from Step Cross to Fractured Ground and then over to Bridgewatch. You're in Bridgewatch? Okay. Level 4 mage gear. Good stuff, good stuff. So Blue Bear, you are progressing quite nicely. I do love the environments. And speaking of the environments overall, I think it's got fantastic music and everything, but they've really elevated the environments in general, all the scenery, the cities themselves. Absolutely, absolutely fantastic feel for this game. So we're going to Step Cross, but if there is, you know, some port that kind of speaks to you, calls to you a little bit more than others, definitely take a look-see. You can, the blue dotted lines here, that does show ship routes, so wherever they're going to take you to. If you like forest areas, perhaps you might go to Forest Cross. If you want to be a lumberjack and harvest wood, that sort of thing, that might be the place to be. Overall, they're mostly the same. You'll find basically all the same items, that sort of thing. Yeah, let's get to Bridgewatch. Oh, I almost went to Forest Cross. No, I don't want to do that. And because it's a tutorial area, the journey is costing us 0 silver, but in most cases it is going to cost some amount of money depending on how much weight and items that you're traveling with. It's going to increase the price of the travel. I don't really need to talk to that guy, but definitely when you go off the tutorial island, go to the first port town, I guess you could say. Take a look at this guy here, the Royal Commander, right off the docks here. He's going to give you lots of information, combat basics, take a breather, gathering and crafting. Definitely that's something, if you like that aspect, do this. And it's going to give you a good rundown, all the ins and outs, but certainly if you have any specific questions, if you're watching right now or later on, I'll answer them best I can. See what they got in the marketplace. Ooh. I was actually looking at tier 5 food items, specifically the goose omelet. I'm not too much of a higher skill cap, Blue Bear, and since I did mention that if you want to switch up weapons, items, and armor, you will have to gain experience in that stuff. So I have kind of dropped down a little bit on my main character since I'm going to also be using the Whispering Bow, lots of damage with my normal attacks, increased attack speed, that sort of thing. So I do have to kind of retrain even on my main character. But I do want to show you guys, without selling my gold that I have, because I have a lot of it, I'll show you what it would be like right from the beginning, not having anything, how fast you can potentially accelerate your progression. But yes, I was looking at the previous marketplace in Bridgewatch. It did save that information, so it's showing me the goose omelet at the moment, which is, for now, it's one of my favorite things. You can go to the tier 7, which is the pork omelet, I believe. But basically the goose omelet, consumable item, it increases my cast speed and cooldown reduction, or cooldown rate, by 9.5%, which is actually, that's pretty important, especially for the abilities that I'm wanting to use on my particular bow. But just in general, you can imagine get a higher cooldown rate, cast your abilities, use your spells, that sort of thing more often, usually it makes sense. It's always a good thing to do. So definitely take a look at all the wide range of consumables. You may want to be a chef and actually craft these yourself, but for the most part it can be nice to save time and simply buy the specific consumable you want right directly from the marketplace, wherever you're at. Yes, definitely blueberry. You need to try it out. So I'll kind of go over the food again. And speaking of the marketplace, each marketplace is independent of each other town. So as you can see up at the top, it's the Step Cross Marketplace. So these items are specific and posted by real individual people, and they're only available here. So it's not like a global marketplace. You want to travel to some far off land, a higher level city that's surrounded by 100% PvP. Very scary stuff to just get to that city, but there would likely be better items available there. Multiple accounts. I think I may be able to exchange just due to having... Yeah, pretty sure I might be able to exchange. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, each marketplace specific to that town, that individual city. But food. If you can navigate to the marketplace, hover over consumables. You can change the specific tier, since you may want to start off with something a little bit lower, cheaper, definitely, just to dip your foot in, see what consumables are all about. Draco, it's going good, going good. I'm actually just explaining about the marketplace, how to navigate it, how each city, each town, specific marketplace to that. It's pretty fantastic, actually. I kind of like how they do it. It's not just one global marketplace. So I'm seeing only the stuff that was posted for sale in Step Cross Marketplace. It's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely blueberry. I'll have to see if I can trade stuff. So we'll start off at the very beginning, something very simple, tier 1, grilled fish. If I right click on it, it's going to give me the information and what the ability does whenever I consume it. So grilled fish gives me an increase to my cooldown rate by 3.8%. That's a lot less than the tier 5 goose omelet of 9.5. That's actually a very big difference. But grilled fish, it's only about 500 silver right here in the Step Cross Marketplace. Now that price might actually be lower depending on what city, what town you go to. Usually it'll somewhat stay the same. So grilled fish, I'll show you guys what it's all about. I'll buy one piece of that. Oh, I don't have enough. Never mind. I forgot. This isn't my main account, so I don't have millions of silver. I'm not sure if it has dinos. It has similar to dinos, which actually I'll show you guys the mounts. If we can scroll up here. So this experience track, the adventure track that I'm showing you guys here, it's just do any activities and you progress towards it. As you progress towards it, you get to use higher tier mounts and stuff. Some are kind of similar to dinos. I know that is definitely a big plus if a game has dinos. I'm not too judgmental. If they don't have dinos, I may give some games a pass, but yeah. So we're looking at this, the adventurer path. You can see as we get up here to adept adventurer, technically tier 4, it really is starting to unlock all kinds of different capes, mounts you can use. We get to use the Adept's Giant Stag. Potentially it's got kind of this candle looking thing. Candle on its horn. Pretty neat. And we start to use some pretty cool looking capes. They all have sort of different abilities based off all the capes. Depending on the look you're going for, you might want to buy one versus the other. This Keeper's cape is pretty cool. It's got like spears sticking out the back, and of course green is my favorite color, so we've got this Limhurst cape, kind of like a leaf shield on the back. Its ability is Energy Reserve, activates when you cast a spell and your energy drops below 40%. The effect is tap into your energy reserve, restoring 80% of your max energy over 9 seconds. That's pretty good. Refill the majority of your energy, so you're able to cast your abilities, spells, that sort of thing a lot more often, and the abilities do vary quite a bit with all the capes, items, armor. So there's definitely lots to look forward to. Then as we progress up, you got something like the Expert Adventure, which lots of different mounts here. Still nothing really dino related. I guess technically by tier 5, the Expert Adventure, we do have the potential to use the Saddled Swamp Salamander mount. I mean, I guess that's kind of getting closer to a dino. Yeah. Hey, no, Draco, that's perfectly reasonable. I do want to feature some games I've loved in the past and games I still love now. Definitely, don't worry. Magic the Gathering dinos, they're not going anywhere. But I do love this game myself. Lots of fun. We'll be back with dinos tomorrow night, though. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I guess a salamander's kind of getting into the realm of a dino, possibly. Yeah. Get up to some really crazy mounts up here. Okay, that's pretty cool. Tier 7, the Venom Basilisk. It's kind of green looking. Almost dino-like, I guess you could say. Takes a lot of experience and fame to get up to that. 1.6 million. Almost 1.7 million. That's a lot. Then you get to the final tier, the Elder Adventurer, tier 8. Wow. That's a lot. You can ride the Elite Swamp Salamander, kind of gilded in armor, purple. So I guess, yeah, that'd be probably the closest thing to a dinosaur. All right. We got to get to Bridgewatch. Priority 1. Get a bunch more gold as well. Well, silver. Gold is the in-game currency that you can spend actual money on. Silver is the currency that you gain from killing enemies, doing quests out in the world. But I actually should check exactly where I need to go. Where am I? Okay, yes. That glowing dot, it tells me where exactly I am. All right, so directly across. Okay, sounds good. Hey, no, that's perfectly all right. MMOs, they're not for everyone, and I do kind of only like specific ones if something really just speaks to me. And this game, for whatever reason, I think the art style, the sort of relaxed atmosphere, but also the fact you can fight real players if you want to, but you're not forced to. You have lots of choices in this game. Again, the fishing, the farming, going out to fight and do dungeons sporadically, but not having to do that to progress. You can kind of make it up as you go along. So it's nice having that option. Definitely, I have heard RuneScape is pretty grindy. This game can be somewhat grindy as well. I think there has to be some element of grind with basically any game. I mean, Magic the Gathering Arena, you want to progress up to a pretty high rank, mythic, definitely. Oftentimes that's going to take quite a bit of grinding. It certainly takes quite a bit with dinosaurs, that's for sure. Since they're not exactly the strongest deck, they're definitely not tier 1, but if you're not using the most powerful thing, there is the potential that it could take longer to progress. Search for food, what category? Lord of the Rings Online. Oh, good stuff. So, food, Blue Bear, are you in the marketplace? Definitely, I would say the marketplace is the easiest thing. Easiest way to go about searching for food. You can search for food in the Destiny tree. Yeah, I'd say the easiest way to search, just go to the marketplace here, and then you're going to click on consumable. We'll reset everything. So you go to the category drop down menu, navigate to consumables, and then you can choose whatever you need. You can map, perhaps. You can have maps that give you directions to a solo dungeon just for you. So you're never going to get interrupted by other players that want to steal your loot. This is a sort of rare drop when you're out in the environment, but it's another type of consumable used to reveal a hidden entrance. The map is consumed in the process. The search might fail if you're too far from a zone of the same tier as this map. So this might actually be a pretty neat option if you want to go do dungeons and you know it's just going to be yourself. You're going to get all the rewards from that specific dungeon. You know nobody has been in that yet. It's going to be just you. All that stuff. But yes, definitely drop down menu, navigate to the consumables, and you can choose the cooked food if that's what you're looking for. Fish, which you can actually simply consume fish. You don't have to cook them if you're going out adventuring. You got your fishing rod, and yeah. You can use any tier of consumable. So we'll go to tier 8, for instance. Yeah, you can eat anything, no matter what tier. Chances are you don't need to buy something that is so high. Just a simple river sturgeon is right now sitting at 3,000. Of course, it doesn't do a whole lot. It does a fair bit. But yeah, the tier basically just means it's upgraded version. So I'll show you, for instance, the pork omelet, a tier 7 consumable, and there's kind of it jumps down every other tier. So the pork omelet is increasing the cast speed and cooldown rate by 13.5%. Now if we jump down to tier 5, we see the goose omelet. Does the same thing, but it's only increasing the cast speed and cooldown rate by 9.5. So that doesn't seem like a lot, but jumping up and down 4%, definitely that can have an effect. So it's not a big difference. Definitely the goose omelet would be perfectly reasonable at 1,000 silver here. And again, if you're jumping up to the pork omelet, tier 7, you're going to be paying an extra 2,000 silver. Yes, definitely mobile games. And speaking of mobile games, I think they've come quite a ways. You can play some pretty sweet stuff. I mean, you can play this game on mobile, which is pretty amazing. But yeah, basically the tiers are slightly upgraded, somewhat nicely upgraded, but for the most part, you could probably stick to tier 3 stuff, something like the chicken omelet here. You can see the bonus it gives is 5%. So the jump, if you wanted to go to tier 5, the goose omelet, you're actually going up 4.5% for cooldown reduction and cast speed, which is that's a pretty big jump, I think. It's not all random. The specific fish is... So that number there is just how much of that specific item the person is selling. So if we click on this spotted trout, this person is selling 6 of them. That's basically what that means. So somebody went out and they fished and they got 721 spotted trout, and then they just sold or posted it all on the Bridgewatch marketplace. All 721 at a cost of 686 per spotted trout. So as people come buy up all the spotted trout, they can definitely make a lot of silver, that's for sure. You can imagine doing the math. 721 times 686 silver. That's a lot. Yeah, it definitely can get confusing though, seeing all the different numbers there, but just means how much total that person has selling for that specific price right here. Yeah, we got the spotted trout, tier 5. Yeah, I think it's perfectly reasonable to definitely stick at tier 3 consumables. They're going to be very cheap, but you still get a decent effect. Quite cheap, I would say. I mean, you can see the chicken omelet here. It's only 430 silver, and I'm going to show you guys. It does not take a long time to get 430 silver here.
Satisfied?
Which I should, I'm just going to dump everything that I have. All this tier 1 stuff, effectively, it doesn't sell for a whole lot. So I just like getting rid of it. At least for this character, or for most characters, I moved away from gathering. Again, just buying exactly what I need on the marketplace. Certainly saves a lot of time, but if you like gathering, you like crafting, you do have that opportunity to sell back the resources, make some more money, buy some better tools to gather higher tier materials, stone, cotton, ore, that sort of thing. All right. I need more silver. I have lots of gold, but I'm not going to touch that. We'll pretend I have... Excuse me. Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah, it can be confusing, but... Yeah, definitely Blue Bear. Anybody else watching? Probably stick to tier 3. You could just jump right down to tier 1. Stick with simple grilled fish, carrot soup, which is something that increases your health regeneration. So you get to go back and forth into fights a little bit sooner as your health gets topped up quite a bit faster. I saw the new magic spoilers, Draco. Yes. Oh, there's going to be some nasty, crazy stuff that's coming. I think it's pretty fantastic. It is nice seeing them push the envelope with Magic the Gathering there, but also just in general, I think it's perfectly fine, especially something that's digital. There's the option to quite easily modify things if it's out of control or they just didn't realize a specific interaction. So I'm not too worried if in an MMO, a card game like Arena, it's nice that, you know, there's the potential. They can easily update something and it won't stay out of control. Unlike paper Magic, which bad things can happen for a long time, unfortunately. But that is the strength of Magic the Gathering, being able to play it in paper, face-to-face with other people. It's fantastic. The gold I have, it's account-wide, so if I log into different characters, I'm going to see that gold. I'll be able to sell that gold for silver. Yes, a new Baldur's Gate Magic the Gathering spoiler, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, the gold is account-wide. So I'll show you guys right now. Because I bought 2 Legendary Founders packs way back in 2015 in the beta, I got a bunch of gold with that. Currently, with 1 gold, I can get 3,000 silver. And I have 6,680 gold. I'm not actually gonna sell all my gold, but I'll show you. If I type in 6,000, 680. I get 20 million silver. I think that's right. Let me type 1,000. 3 million. Yeah. So if I wanted to sell all my gold, I would, in a snap, get about 20 million silver, which effectively I'd just never run out, be able to buy literally anything in the game instantly. But I like to be conservative, and again, I'll show you guys without the need to buy gold, that sort of thing. You can progress quite nicely. So we'll get out of Bridge Watch here, start fighting some enemies. It's going to be a good time. Six thousand gold I have. 6,680 gold. It's a lot of silver, safe to say. Either way, if it was 600, 6,000, it's definitely enough to keep you well stocked in your adventuring, buying pretty much anything you want to buy. But you don't need it, and that's what we're going to do right here, right now. Yes, Draco. Speaking of the Legend of Baldur's Gate, I think Baldur's Gate something, that's what it's called. Yeah, they're adding, I think, pretty much all the cards to Arena in Historic. It's going to be crazy time, that's for sure. Nutso land. Right, so we're at a Bridge Watch. We'll open up the map here. And actually, this is a pretty decent area. I'll go over the tiers of zones. So you can see Bridge Watch here is a tier 1, cities, towns, that sort of thing. That's what they stay at. But the zone we just went into, Smooth Floor Cleft, that is actually a tier 4, which is quite fantastic. Yes, I'm set for life. Yep, definitely. Yeah, it certainly could seem worth it. $5 sets you up for life. Yeah. Commander Legends, Battle for Baldur's Gate. Ooh, lots of things being infused to Arena, that's for sure. But again, going back to highlighting the levels of areas, once you get more experience, look for a safe area, a blue area, meaning you never have to worry about being attacked by a player. But also the tier. So Smooth Floor Cleft is tier 4. You're going to be encountering, hopefully, some higher tier enemies. That's going to give you more silver, more combat fame to progress a little bit faster in the specific items and armor that you're using. So this is actually working out quite nicely. They got some tier 3 zones, Fracture Ground here, tier 2, Step Cross. So try and navigate as best you can as you get more comfortable to a higher tier zone like this, and it's gonna be pretty nice progression wise. Might be a bit of a learning curve with the higher tier enemies, but you'll get there. Okay, let's see what we can find. Some people probably have been farming most of the enemies here, just because it is right outside a pretty major town, city of Bridge Watch. Chances are there's not a whole lot we can fight. Oh. No, I don't want to go in there. Oh. We're fighting a cougar. Nuts. Let's take him down. Definitely not going very fast at the moment, since I am using a tier 2 bow. Yes, I did see that Draco gate tribal. I mean, it was already pretty scary. I think 2 nights ago when I was playing, faced a nasty gate tribal deck, and it did me in, unfortunately. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. Right. So we're into our first real enemies. You can stick to fighting the animals, but that doesn't give you a whole lot of combat fame. So we're gonna do... Oh, we have a pretty high tier enemy, the Frost Weaver here, and he is isolated. He wasn't around any other enemies, which is actually what... Oh, dodge it. Ugh, nice. That's not good. Oh shoot, I aggroed the Moas. I gotta run. That's not good. Oh, no. I misclicked and I aggroed the stag. I gotta get out of here, or else I'm dead. Okay. Whew. It's a little bit rough using tier 2 armor. Pretty scary. That's alright. Oh, it is so hard. Which one's to main? Still, don't worry. Still sticking with arena, but I do like to highlight other ones. Yeah, it can be hard choosing which one to main, that's for sure. Lots of great elements on a lot of games, definitely. I think we can get him as long as we dodge out of the way of... Oh. Okay, whew, we got him. Knock the guy back. Might die. Oh, that was scary. That was scary stuff. Phew, I thought I would aggro this cougar here with... Oh, I did. I did not want to do that. Oh, no, I might be dead. Nuts. I gotta drop the aggro of these guys or else I'm done for. Please move away. Okay. Whew, that was tense. But I do have to eventually kill this cougar here. I want to get my silver from that enemy. Yeah, it does. Certainly Draco Moas, and there is Terror Birds. Actually, I should show you the level 7, tier 7 mount, the Terror Bird, armored Terror Bird, like a Moa, but even more devastating. It's actually pretty fantastic looking. I got one at one point, but yeah, you can see right there I got 278 silver. Pretty simple stuff. Actually, I want to zoom out, and I reached a tier in... Oh, I can learn this. Actually, I'm going to turn on auto learn. Yes, alright. Pretty fast, pretty easy to unlock the journeyman hunter there. So we can start using the journeyman's bow, but I think I might just suffer through getting a little bit more fame so I can unlock tier 4 and start using the whisperer's bow. I don't really need to go back to town just to get the tier 3 bow and progress a little bit easier, I guess you could say. Still fairly easy with this tier 2 bow. Oh, okay. I'm just outside Bridgewatch in... What was this place called? Smooth Floor Cleft. Ooh, hey, we got a tier 3 cape. Nice little item drop from the skeleton there. Yeah, yes, I can imagine that. Terror Birds are... Well, they do live up to their name, Draco. That's for sure. But yeah, Bluebear, I'm just outside of Bridgewatch here. Actually, I should add you. What was your, well, you can add me, I guess. Tarzan, Sir Green Lord. Actually, I'll run back to just outside of Bridgewatch. Yeah, as you can see already, there is the potential, even with low tier weapons like the bow, but we're going to be progressing pretty fast. We can already use the tier 3 bow, which is quite fantastic. You can see it only took a couple enemies just to get to that level. So you can imagine, it doesn't take too long to get to tier 4, that sort of thing. Progression isn't that long. Once you get a little bit of practice, learning how to fight enemies and not fighting too many at one time, and how to get out of a sticky situation. Oh, interesting. I'll try and add you right now. I haven't actually added a friend in quite some time. Show friends. KNG Blue Bear. Alright, let's see if this works. Ready. Seems like I sent a friendship invite to you. Maybe you're just doing it in a different way, perhaps? It might look a little bit different on the phone. I forget exactly where the friends shortcut is, but just up at the top on my computer here, it says show friends, and it's giving me the option in that pop-up window to invite a player. All right. Good stuff. Accepted. Now let's see if I can see you. Oh, okay. It does pop up on the map. I wasn't too sure. It's been a little bit of time, and normally I don't adventure with people. Usually I just play things solo, but this will be pretty good. Nice change of pace, that's for sure. Ah, there you are, there you are. I think I'm able to... Ah, yes. So you can do commands and things. If you type /wave, /dance, that sort of thing. It's similar to other MMOs and various games. Alrighty. I think it's time to adventure out and kill some stuff. I think we could stick around Smooth Floor Cleft here, fighting some higher tier enemies. Let's hop back on our mounts. We'll move somewhat of a distance away from the main entrance to this zone, just because people probably more likely stick around that, and we might encounter less players and better enemies if we venture farther into the zone. The loot might be a little bit better. And speaking of enemies, if they're left alone for long enough, they actually upgrade and grow and you gain more experience. They are tougher to fight, unfortunately, but it's kind of neat being a dynamic system that way. Should probably look for a bridge to cross. I think it's coming up here. Ah, yes. Oh, there's some enemies. Let's get them. This guy's pretty nice. He walks fairly slow, so quite easy to attack and kill, but we're going to see this Revenant up here. He's a little bit more durable. I still haven't decided quite yet what I'm going to do with a potential Minecraft server making various dino-themed buildings. But it's going to be good whenever I do it. But like we say, lots of fun games to play. It can be hard to choose what to focus on. But yeah, that's still coming down the pipeline eventually. figure out the best way, best option to make a server. Some of you guys have suggested potential server options that you're already running. I believe Alan Pep, he suggested I could kind of piggyback on a server he uses. You'll follow me? Okay, good stuff. Now, Blue Bear, I think you may have to tag enemies at least a couple hits just to gain experience. I'm not too sure if you're gaining experience just kind of standing around me, but definitely I want to help you progress as well, fighting some higher level stuff here. Oh, here we go. We got 3 guys. This is going to be a good fight. Push them back a bunch. I'm going to focus on the archers at... Oh, that's not good. Nuts. That was a little bit more powerful than I thought. So, shoot. Okay, so I definitely need better items. That's for sure. Shoot, sorry about that. Okay, well, let's not try and fight 3 things. Usually I'm able to take that on, but I gotta remember, I'm not wearing the best stuff at the moment. Oof is right. Sometimes kind of like it goes oof. Yeah, oof and magic. Oof here. All right. Let's see if there's a more isolated enemy, I guess you could say. I don't want to do that again. Nuts. Hey, no, that's all good, Blue Bear. Oh, don't fight those guys. So this is sort of a dungeon. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, shoot. We gotta run. We gotta run. We gotta drop the aggro of those guys. I was just trying to click on them, but showing them that they're a much higher tier enemy, the kind of... Oh, okay. Never mind. We found something to easily attack. Isolated archer. We got him. Get away from my healer. Yeah, definitely. If you're adventuring out, you're alone. Certainly you can make it work by finding isolated enemies. It's going to make your life quite a bit easier. Definitely don't want to aggro 3 things like I did there. That was not good. That's pretty sweet. You got a tier 3 bag there, Blue Bear. Good stuff. Let's see. More enemies. Actually, we could probably go into this dungeon here. We'll see how powerful this stuff is. It is in a tier 4 zone, so things might be a little interesting, to say the least. Nothing too bad at the moment, just simple tier 3 rock elemental. You can see we're making short work of this guy. Nice, kind of relaxing. Oh. These shouldn't be too bad. Lots of combat fame there, a decent amount. 91 and 64 respectively. But definitely look out for these randomized dungeons, kind of green, glowing things on the map. Oh. This is actually a new thing I haven't faced before. I think we just have to sort of walk around and not get shocked by the lightning. It's kind of like those revolving doors in hotels. Actually, I think we can... Oh, no, yeah. I'm just going to run away from it. That was kind of cool, actually. Interrupt the skills with my knockback arrows there. Oh. It's actually working pretty good, Blue Bear. Getting the aggro certainly works if somebody that isn't really a damage dealer can draw it, and then the damage dealer, the main damage dealer, chunking away, shooting stuff down, killing them. That can be a pretty good tactic, definitely. Yes, definitely. That is a good point. Did I set my armor abilities? Oh, one of them. I forgot to set one of the abilities. So yes, definitely. Thank you for pointing that out. And how? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, definitely. It is a good combo. But yeah, I did forget about setting the one armor ability on my chest armor, the Inferno Shield. It's pretty fantastic, increasing damage resistance, and it also reflects damage. So we're actually going to be able to take out enemies quite a bit easier. This is going to be good. But yeah, usually, well, sometimes I do forget to set my armor abilities whenever you're equipping it. Oh, we got to watch out for this. Little sparky things. I think I actually just want to... Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm just going to run past that. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, it seems like, but certainly it looks pretty nasty. Spinning electrical shockwaves. I think that's a fairly new addition. When I first started, definitely, there weren't even dungeons. That was a much later addition. Pretty fantastic addition, I think. Nice having variety and all kinds of content you can experience. Okay, let's go. We're gonna take out a bunch of guys here. They're all fairly weak, but still they can potentially catch us off guard. Oh, so you see there, the rock elemental. We unfortunately dropped the aggro there, so he reset and walked back to where he normally spawns from and went back to full health, unfortunately. So maybe if you're attacking a really powerful enemy, you can unwittingly, unfortunately, reset the aggro and lose all that time and resources you spent on, you know, trying to take it down. Yeah, Blue Bear, definitely try and get that thing right there. I forget what it is. Oh, it's a healing thingamajig. Okay. I thought it was a type of chest. I am going to upgrade to tier 3. I just wanted to show the potential that people can have and still somewhat succeed with just the tier 2 stuff, but 100% I'm going to be upgrading to tier 3 when I do go back to Bridgewatch, or the next closest town at least. This thing really likes to spawn little stuff. Yeah, definitely. Upgrade as soon as you can, at least to tier 4. Like I mentioned, it doesn't necessarily have to take too long to progress if you're fighting decently leveled enemies. It's going to go along pretty quickly. Oh, we might have... I don't think we aggroed too many. Oh. Okay, good. We just got those two. That's what I was talking about. There may be the potential to aggro some and not all of the enemies. Actually, I think Blueberry, you may have to stick around a little bit closer to me because it keeps dropping the aggro of these guys. Yeah, I see it's probably just past this cave opening there, so if you go back too far, they keep walking back and resetting their health, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not too sure about healers. I don't play healers too much in most of my games. Usually it's a ranger, fighter, that sort of thing. I'm not too familiar with at least healers in this specific game. Alright, got him. Oh, here's a healing fountain, I guess you could say. Hey, no, that's all good, Blue Bear. Learning, always room for improvement. The name of my channel. Perfectly alright. Definitely, there's lots of little things to learn about any game, but certainly when you're first starting out, it's all good, all good. And I haven't played this game seriously in a little bit now, so I'm kind of relearning, shaking off the rust, buffing it out, I guess you could say. So we're kind of learning together. Oh, we got a guy with bears. Oh, that might not be good. But we're going to take him down anyways. Let's go. Yeah, we're chunking away at him. Oh, shoot. We reset the aggro. That's nuts. I hate when that happens. Okay. Tanking time. Okay, that's good. It looks like we only drew the aggro of one. That's kind of nice. Usually when enemies are as close as they are, or as close as they were there, you will draw the aggro of both of them, unfortunately. And sometimes that can be pretty difficult to win that fight. I don't really worry too much about the damage this bear can deal. Definitely it is nice that Blue Bear, you're drawing the aggro of it. Certainly it helps out. Blue Bear's cousins, brown bears, I guess. They are bears, so who knows? No, I don't think there's actually a Blue Bear mount in the game. That would be pretty cool. Alright. Hidden Caverns 2, the next level of this dungeon. Some more rock elementals. Nothing too bad. Nice little bit of experience. And you can see I'm already up to 2,000 silver. Didn't really do a whole lot. And these are fairly simple enemies. If you up it to something a little bit tougher, definitely you're gonna progress way faster than even this. Oh, I think it got you there. But yeah, again, it doesn't seem like these rotating lightning shocker things do Oh, too much damage. Oh, I think we might have a healer. No, this is a fire mage. Yeah, we got him. Doesn't have a whole lot of armor, defensive abilities, and right there, we got the learning point reach, so that's fantastic. I'm actually going to zoom out, and bam, there we go. You can see how quick that happened. I'm still using the tier 2 bow, which it was a fantastic suggestion to upgrade to the tier 3, but I haven't even been playing that long. I'm already up to the possibility of a tier 4, so you can just stick with a tier 2, fight for about an hour, hour and a half, and there could be a good chance that you just skip over it. And now whenever I do go back, I'm able to buy some tier 4 bow, and it's going to be a good day. Yes, indeed. Hey, no, that's all right. I did figure it was probably some delay, Blue Bear, between the TV and playing the game yourself, that sort of thing. So, no, I definitely did expect there would be some sort of delay there. That's all right. Should see where my armor's at. So still a little bit more fame, combat fame, that I have to get to upgrade and use the tier 4 armor, but I might get there actually with this dungeon. 10 seconds after what I say, hey, that's all good. I'm sure this won't be the last time we do this, so perhaps there's some way to reduce the delay potentially, but it might be pretty hard to avoid, unfortunately. Oh man, he's taking a lot of health from me, Blue Bear. We got him, we got him. Bam, right there. Good stuff. That worked out pretty nicely. I'm gonna take out what I think is some sort of fire. Oh, 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 ow, ooh. Okay, that's not going so good. Try and aggro these weaker guys right here. Yes. So we'll pick off the weaker stuff before we attack the much more powerful things further back in this little opening area that we're at. Yeah. It's go time. Take out something that does a lot of damage first, so then we don't have to worry about it potentially catching us off guard here. Working out pretty nicely though. That was pretty scary seeing that boulder fly towards us, knocking us around. Could have gone downhill pretty quick if we hadn't taken out these. Oh, hey, we got a upgraded enemy here. Earthkeeper Cultivator. Not doing too much damage, so definitely that's kind of nice. But you can see already there's a decently wide range of enemies to face. At least in my opinion, I would say. Nothing down there. I thought there might be like a hidden treasure chest or something like that. Oh, we got some more bears. At least one bear. It's go time. Right, that's definitely working out quite nicely. We're making short work of these enemies. You could definitely imagine the potential that we could fight some even nastier things. Oh, we got the main thing. This is going to be interesting. Alright, here goes nothing. Actually, what I want to do is try and pick off some of the weaker things. If we can kill them, and then we can run back, and then leave just that final champion boss creature after we pick them off and drop the aggro so that it runs back. But we'll see, we'll see. I'll pick off the easier one, though, to start. Oh yeah, they go down pretty quick, actually. I go down kind of quick as well, but I think we'll still make it work. Definitely Blue Bear, if you draw the aggro of it, that should be pretty good. As long as I don't get hit as well in the abilities of this thing. Man, this is so much easier with another person. Again, usually I play by myself and it can get a little rough at moments, that's for sure. Dodging everything, so certainly somebody drawing the aggro, it's a massive, massive help. You can see how I just keep shooting away, doing as much damage as possible. I don't have to worry about dodging all the abilities of this Earthkeeper. Oh, nuts. We dropped the aggro of it. That's okay, that's okay. We'll bring it back around. No worries. All good. Yeah, you can see we were almost getting her down, and unfortunately we lost the aggro. Reset her back to full health, and something to keep in mind. Usually you should be able to have enough space that you can run around quite easily, dodge the abilities of whatever enemy you are fighting without having to worry about resetting it. Oh man, that's a lot of damage there. Oh, we almost got it. We almost got... Oh, alright. Ooh, good stuff. Hey, no, that's all good. That's all good. Sometimes you gotta heal. Okay. I think Blue Bear, you should open up the chest. If you're able to. Take the items. Any items you have, I definitely have enough gold, enough silver to last me. So I think... yeah. Go nuts. Open it. I think it might be locked for myself, but pretty sure you're able to. Okay. Oh, decent items. Nothing that I really, really need. But yeah. Pretty good stuff. Commoner chest. Nothing too special. We can continue on. Oh, more things to fight. That's pretty fantastic. You can see up to 2,200 silver. Again, that's not a whole lot, but you can quite easily buy directly the weapons that you want, tier 3, tier 4, that sort of thing, if they're pretty basic. But if we were fighting more difficult enemies, definitely we would certainly be able to buy pretty much anything quite easily and quite fast too. Yeah, it's nice. Those bears, they don't cause too much trouble. Not actually sure how many levels are in this dungeon. I think it might go to 3, I would imagine, just due to the fact that wasn't the end. I think there's probably a 3rd level. I think it does vary, all the randomized dungeons that you can just run into out in the environment, out in the world. But it's a pretty fantastic feature, I think. Decent variety of enemies that you face, and lots of stuff. You don't have to run around looking for things to fight out against other people. You know you're gonna get some enemies here that it's gonna help increase your fame, combat experience. Pretty sure this is a healer though, so I'll try and take it out. Sharp Eye. Yes, oh, made quick work of that. Fantastic. I'm at the learning point for the Ranger leather armor, whatever you want to call it. So again, I'll be going to tier 4 of that stuff. That's going to be quite nice whenever I do go back. Now, I may not have enough silver exactly, but that pop-up message that I saw, I'm going to go to... Where is it? Where's that armor? Right here. Okay, so one thing I want to point out, if you are planning to use your learning points, I have 90 at the moment, which is a decent amount, but if you are going to use your learning points, you want to make the most efficient use of them. So the second you reach that break point where you're able to use it and just attain that specific level, I would definitely recommend doing that. You could go on fighting, say, a little bit past this milestone and then use the learning point after that, but that small window of when you kept on fighting and gaining fame past the point, it's effectively going to go to waste. So it's most efficient the second you get to that break point where you can use the learning point and just fully get that specific level. Definitely it's the most efficient to use it basically right away. So that's what I'm going to do right now. You can see I just got to that milestone. All right, perfect. Efficiency, that's where it's at. Oh, I might want to dodge out of here. The electric shocking dudes, Earthkeeper druids, sometimes that damage can really stack up and potentially stunning you with the lightning there. That can be kind of rough. But it's not too bad. They're only tier 4. So we make, make short work of them. Then we got the daily bonus completed, which is absolutely fantastic. That's definitely helping us out. Oh, we got the final boss here. Blue Bear. Let's go. I believe it's the final boss. I'm gonna take out this healer, certainly. Makes sense. We don't have to worry about it. Or maybe this Keeper Earthchild was... Oh, no, it's... I guess it's not a final boss. It just looked kind of like a final boss. A big, imposing... But it's still going down pretty fast. Nothing too bad. I guess it wasn't glowing. Sometimes that can be a pretty good tell if... Oh, speaking of glowing, we got the glowing big nasty enemy coming up here. Okay, okay. Here goes nothing. Oh, and the bigger chest. That's good, that's good. Blue Bear, it's a blue chest. I think this has to be yours. Once we defeat this thing. It is in a fairly circular area, so I don't think we have to worry about dropping the aggro, resetting the enemy's health, that sort of thing. So it should go pretty good. Ooh, yeah. Lots of lightning. You can see there it can be pretty hard to dodge something like that when there are tons of bolts just coming down all over the place. Oh, shoot, we reset it. That's too bad. So it seems we have to run around in this specific area. If we go too far out of the opening there, it does unfortunately reset. That's alright. Make it work. It's learning experience. Try and dodge these as best I can. But this definitely, it's a big help with the healer, 100%. This would actually be pretty rough for myself. Even, I mean, I am using a tier 2 bow, which also makes things very rough, but you're seeing we're making it work, even with suboptimal weapons. So it is possible. If you have a partner, pretty good partner, like Blue Bear. You're doing good so far. Oh, lots of things to dodge. You really got to stay on your toes, especially if you are alone. You get caught out by one thing and bam, there we go. We got him. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, Blue Bear. I think that's yours. Yes, nicely done as well. You can see even dropping the aggro once is pretty good. But yeah, I say you open this one. Pretty cool animation whenever you just kick it open and find some pretty sweet stuff. And I think this is pretty much the end of the dungeon. I would imagine it's the end of the dungeon. Okay, so that is how trading works. All right. Oh, can't trade that up. All right. Cool stuff, cool stuff. So yeah, if you get a specific item that you don't really want to use, some plate armor, you can easily trade between whoever you're partied up with. But yeah, no problem, no problem. Actually, I should go to party. Okay, let's try and find our way out of here. There should be a portal right here. I believe this is the portal if you stand on it. Perhaps? I think. Okay, good stuff. I actually did need a tier 3 bag and a cape. That's good. I was planning on buying it when I got back, but yeah, let's try and find our way out of here. Usually the portal is basically right whenever you face the boss. Click the bottom button. Oh, I see. A, yes. So at the bottom, exit dungeon button. Sometimes there is a portal, but yeah, that's how you exit a dungeon, right there. Fantastic stuff. Actually, what time am I at? Oh, that's been going for a decent amount of time. Good, good. Alrighty. Okay, I think I'll leave that stream there for now. Blue Bear was pretty fantastic adventuring with you. That was a good time. Showing off the dungeon, you see the potential of even using pretty crappy tier 2 stuff. You can still excel, succeed in whatever you want to do. $21,000 silver. Okay, good stuff. Did I not accept that? I don't know. I think I have to send something as well. Not sure. Yes, definitely. That was fantastic. I did enjoy that thoroughly. should look how I can chat. I thought that was party popping up there, but yeah. Yeah, I had a good time. I'll talk to you soon, and thank you, Draco and How, everybody else watching right now or later on. That was a good time. Hopefully you all learned a little bit. I dusted off the rust, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember, there is always room for